I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression. It's all that I wanted. The foe in affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something.
What's going on, fam? You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and it's Commanders Friday. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to our Washington Commanders versus the Miami Dolphins recap show. I know we were supposed to do this like earlier with, I had to make sure I gave you our recap show. So, you know what? I got to look out for the people. In Madrid, the Commanders lost to the Dolphins in OT. 16-13. We all saw the game. We know what time it is. But I'll have one of my favorite reporters who was live from Madrid to talk about his experience to jump on shortly. Before we get to that topic and get to talk about the game, we gotta knock out some logistics. Hey, you can check out our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. Each super chat will be prioritized over any comments within the chat, within the YouTube chat, or chats in general in the chat in general. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, the homie Will T used to say this back in the day when he was on the show, so I like to keep that tradition going. Let's get into our tradition, the pregame. Here's what we have on tap. NFL insider Lake Lewis Jr. will join me to talk about the game and much more with the Washington Commanders. Still waiting on Lake. We'll see when he jumps on. But we got in the chat. What's going on, Santiago? What's going on? My man Paul in the building. You all know what time it is, but we can dive into some of the stuff anyway. But as I spoke on Auburn and go everything, folks know how I feel about that game. A week has passed, but I will say this though: the signing of week has passed. Still think the defense look better. That hasn't changed. They look better than compared to a Joe Witt defense. But going past that, I'm interested to see how this team responds after the bye. This is definitely a bye week for the Commanders, so I'm interested to see how they respond from it, how they come together, how to see if the defense is going to get better. To be honest with you, that's another thing as well, because we saw improvement. I'm not gonna lie. I know my man DC Slim. If he's in the chat, if he's in the building, he didn't believe in it, but I do think there was an improvement. There was improvement within the defense. But in terms of like some of the news this week for the Washington Commanders, you got my guy Jake Moody. I get to talk about him last night when we did the All Burgundy and Go Everything show. But I ain't gonna lie. I mean I know I have a bias because I am a Michigan fan, but I am interested to see what he can do with Washington, because I believe that Washington usually we're the team that gives up on a younger kicker, and that kicker tends to come out and become an all-pro caliber kicker. That tends to happen to us. You had a guy in Michigan who's one of the better kickers in the country. When he came out, obviously was drafted super high, and now he's getting a second chance. He kicked well against us when he was in Chicago in that game that we lost to the Chicago Bears, and so I think there is there is a level of confidence going to his next team, because Washington didn't draft him with the third round pick or something crazy like that. So the pressure is a little bit off when it comes to Jake Moody. I mean, I am excited to see what he can do, because we all know Matt Gay was trash, man. I tried to root for Matt Gay too, man. I really did. I was hoping that Matt Gay would pan out and do something special, but that was rough. Matt Gay was rough. Oh, what did Paul say? Paul, my man Paul, he says, I know one thing. I'm excited to see Terry, Debo, Burks on the field at the same time. That would be dope. Paul, I don't even need to see Terry for real. I am excited to see Burks and Debo. I feel like with the way the season's going, and the way that we've all heard about this quad injury, I don't know if it's a need for Terry to really be back out there. To be honest with you, if he can, if it's a type of injury that can just kind of tighten up any type of any at any given time, if he exert energy, I don't know if I want him out there. But yeah, if they got all three of them out there, that would be dope. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I mean, to your point, with Jayden out there, so Paul, with Jayden out there too, because I would only want to see Terry out there or Jayden out there if either I would only want to see Terry or Jayden if both are playing. If that makes any sense. If one's not playing, I want them to come in at the same time. If one's not playing, then the other shouldn't be playing. I just feel that's where I'm at with Jayden. Y'all know in my preference, I wouldn't even want Jayden to come back. I think Jayden and Terry, I think they should be redshirted at this point in time, and it should be all about it should be about redshirting. I'm all about the red shirt mode, man. And you know, we can get a good draft pick out of it. Look, man, we're bad. We get a good draft pick out of it. What I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? We get a good draft pick out of it. Shoot, you ain't telling me nothing, my guy. Like, give me a good draft pick out of this situation, and you know what time it is. Think about it. If Washington gets into the top 5, what we could do and how we can improve this team's outlook for next season, you can't be serious, bro. All right, my guy's here. I see him already. It's the legend, man. NFL insider Lake Lewis Jr. in the building. What's good? What's good, Lake?
What's up with you, man? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Bro, I got my guy here. You know, I'm good now, man. You, my guy, I call him my tequila brother. That's an inside joke. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for that. That's too much for y'all. Before I talked about, I talked about the loss a little bit, but not that much. But before we talk about the loss, I just want to know, how was your experience in Spain, in Madrid?
I mean, it was good, and then we had some other things happen. I mean, from the professional side, it was great. You know, the game, the setup with the league and everything like that. They took care of, I can say for myself, they took care of me really well. As far as like the personal side, of course, my better half was with me, Janine, so that was great. But for both of us, we didn't get our luggage. Our luggage never made it to our hotel. So literally yesterday at our front door was one of the bags. The other bag still hasn't come. So yeah, so to be on the other side of the world without your personal belongings, that was rough, man. That was rough. But we had to go shopping, and we had to buy some more luggage to come back. And but yeah, outside of that, just to see all the Commanders fans over there who made the trip, that was awesome. We went to a rally, and they had, we walked in, and just to be out there and see people. And next thing you know, Janine's up on the stage. They asked her to come up there and help MC, and she's up there, and can I get a hell yeah and all that stuff. So yeah, it was good in that regard.
How was, like, in terms of the attendance, was it like more Commander fans than, say, Miami Dolphin fans?
No. You
Okay.
have to understand, this was Miami's home game, and they were Madrid's adopted team, so to speak.
Okay,
And
got you.
you have to also keep in mind, Miami, has a large contingency of fans that are Spanish or
That's true. Yeah, good point.
or Spanish origin, so they
Mm-hmm.
can speak the language and things like that. So I would probably say, even in the stadium, as far as Dolphins Commanders, it
Mm-hmm.
was probably, yeah, I'd probably say maybe 50% Dolphin fans, 30% Commander fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest, the other, off on my math a little bit there, but the rest of them were just Spaniards who wanted to come to the game, that probably are, say, like season ticket holders for Real Madrid that
Mm-hmm.
had access to the game.
So it just looked like it looked like a lively audience. I won't lie.
Oh,
It's
it
a
was
lively
without
audience.
question.
I
Yeah.
know a bunch of my friends. I mean, I feel like everybody from the DMV went to the game. Or went to Spain.
Bro, it represented, just to be at that rally and then you're
Mm-hmm.
hearing go on the other side of the world. That
Crazy.
just goes
That's
to show you
wild.
how far we've made it, man.
That is wild. That is wild. All right, get into this game though. So obviously, I just want to get from your perspective about the game in Madrid. Stood out to you the most about the Commanders' overall performance?
It was energetic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Dan Quinn calling the defense, they just looked more cohesive.
Okay.
There was more energy, there was more um camaraderie. I mean, they just look different,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's saying, "Oh, it's the Dolphins." I mean, well, the Dolphins' offense isn't bad,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I
Mm-hmm.
know Tariq Hill isn't out there, but Jalen Waddle's still a really good receiver, and they
Agreed.
held him in check. And I think the run game for Miami really could never really truly get going. Obviously, they made enough plays
Mm-hmm.
to win the game, but I think for the most part. I think the effort was there. Listen, man, anytime we can have a game where it's not over at halftime, like the last 5 weeks, I mean, you have to go. Kansas City is the only game, if you think about it, seriously,
Yeah.
in the last 6 outings where the game wasn't over at halftime. So
Mm-hmm.
for them to take a team into overtime on the road, so to speak, I thought that was the effort was there, and that's always a positive. But you don't travel and you don't play like Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game,
Yeah.
and they just aren't winning. That's the sixth straight loss.
Mm-hmm. Have you had an opportunity to come back and just watch it on the TV? Rewatch the game on TV, or you haven't got a chance to do that yet?
I've seen a little bit, but I gotta honestly tell you, I haven't
Mhm.
really had a chance to watch it.
Okay.
Just being back still, dealing with the bags,
Of
and
course.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest to you, to your viewers, but I just got up. I mean, I literally the last 2 days for
Mm.
me, it's been
Getting
like a
back.
snooze fest.
Yeah.
I can't stay awake.
Yeah.
That
6 hours
time
different, right?
difference and
6
stuff. Yeah,
hours.
6 hours ahead. So
Hmm.
now being back here, catching up on that. So no, I haven't had a chance. The little bits that I've seen, the
Hmm.
game looked fast from what
Hmm.
I saw. But from being there, you probably don't have an appreciation for the way you guys saw it on television.
Yeah.
I did see my sister today, so I did. She said what's up too, by the way.
Oh,
But
tell us it was
yeah,
awesome. Tell us
yeah,
it was
I
awesome.
will. Yeah, but I did get a chance to see myself
Hmm.
because she DVR'd the
That's dope.
the pregame. Of myself, I was on
Yeah.
with Chad,
Yes,
so
yeah.
got a chance to see that and was quite pleased.
Told you my guy be doing it, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I like hearing that. That's what I like to hear. Because I was going to ask you, all right, well, what about this? All right, then was there anything other than like the energy of the defense, right? Because I do agree with you. Like the defense, there was a different energy, regardless of however you folks where you sway on Dan Quinn calling plays, whatever. There was a different energy. What else surprised you about the team's performance on last week?
I just I would say the miscues
Mm,
surprised me
mm,
because that was their ultimate undoing. You think about all the little plays you go back and you look at and that could have been game changing plays that they were close but they didn't get it close but no
mm.
cigar. Mikey Sanders still had an interception that he
Yeah.
should have had,
Yes, agreed.
dropped it. That could have changed something.
Mm-hmm.
He also had the muff punt, at the end of the game that could have changed the fortunes because had he caught that, even if it was a fair catch,
Yeah.
Washington has the ball at like the 43-yard line with,
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes left and their timeouts, or two of them at least, easily could have put themselves in position to win that game in regulation. And then I think of some of the run plays with Achin, Devon Achin, where he literally
Was
was
lost.
bottled up in the
Man.
backfield and somehow, like Houdini came out of that. That was twice I saw that, where those are plays that you have to make. So although the effort was there and the desire was out there on the field, they're just not good enough to overcome those type of plays where you have to finish those plays off if you're going to try to win an NFL football game.
Yeah, that's what frustrated me the most about that game was what you just referred to. I just felt like they had him they had H bottled in. Like they made him look like he was Barry Sanders. I swear. Like
Yeah,
on
they
certain
did.
plays. And he ain't
I
that's
mean,
like
he's
this.
nice with it. Don't
He
get me
nice, but
wrong.
he ain't Barry. He don't got Barry quicks. Like that's different. Like
He's like, don't do that.
nah, I was like some people. I ain't calling any names. I call out any names, but because I think I did this on my other post game show, so I'm not going to like be redundant. But some folks are like they be running with their heads cut off. You know what I mean? Like they get hyped to be around there and not finish plays. They just get hyped to be around the play.
It does seem like that, man. Like, when you have three defenders like whiffing at the air, nobody got them. That
Yeah,
can't happen, man. One play looked like they were running them out of bounds, and he
that's the
just
play I'm talking
turned.
about. That's the
Yep,
play
and
I'm
he
talking
just
about.
turned up. I'm like, you,
Yeah,
you can't have that, man.
yeah.
It's just little plays like that that will end up costing you, and it was their undoing. And I will say, Ollie, the other back,
Oh, the big boy. Yeah, big boy.
Phillips,
Yeah,
yeah. So he's from Oklahoma State.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got a nice 1-2 punch there. They
They do.
really do.
They do.
But they shouldn't have been able to do what they did.
Not like that though. Again,
Nah.
like he was. They had the sideline. They could have just shoved them out of bounds. That's how
Yeah, they
bad
could
it
have
was.
just pushed him out of
Yeah,
bounds. I
that's how
mean,
bad it was.
but it seem like guys are like they're just not tackling. They're not form
Oh
tackling. It's just like they want to
yeah.
run into guys, but they don't put their arms around anybody. Frankie is, I
Ah,
don't know,
I
man.
don't
It's just,
know. That's what Paul saw. He said number 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. That's not what I'm used to seeing from him. Like
yeah.
this year,
It's been
you sometimes you have to just chalk it up as
yeah.
as what it is. This
Mm-hmm.
season's an L. That's just
Yes,
that's
that's
just
what it is.
all it is.
What it is.
And no one wants to say it. No one wants to think. I still have fans telling me that they can still. I had somebody literally yesterday write me and say I shouldn't talk like the season's over because Jayden's going to come back, in the next game against Denver, and they're going to reel off 6 in a row and end up making the playoffs. And I listen, man. I know it's the holiday season coming up, and you won't be in good spirits, but I'm trying to tell people that's not a present that you're going to see under your tree. That's not happening. So you got to be realistic here. You got to start thinking about next year. And the question is, do you play Jayden and all that stuff? And
That's
yeah, of course you do. Of course you do.
I'm cool with getting a good draft pick. So I don't really either way. Doesn't bother me. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it don't bother me. It don't do me any which way. I get the production for Jayden. I get it. Like I get it. Like to give him some more reps because like this not throwing in preseason stuff needs to stop. But like I get it. Like I can give him reps in this and to end the season and start you end the season on a high note with him.
I
But
think,
I'm
but
on.
I,
Go ahead.
you know what though? Ole, I don't necessarily think it's just to get him reps.
Okay.
I think you need him out on the field. Like if Terry can go and Noah can go, because I
Yeah.
think all three of them are coming back.
Okay.
I think you want to be able to have your best players finish the season off so that you can get a thorough evaluation of the
Okay.
other
That's
guys
fair.
to see who can play with these guys and who's worthy of being back here next year. Because I
Mhm.
do think there's going to be some turnover off this roster
Oh yeah.
because this was the roster that was supposed to run it back from last year's NFC Championship game to see if they could
Mhm.
get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, they're a year older, a year more banged up.
Mhm.
And I think we all know that they do have to get younger in some
Yes.
areas.
Mhm.
I don't think Bobby's one of those areas. So I
Yeah.
won't put people out there and tell them Bobby's having a Pro Bowl season. I don't care what anybody says.
The tackles are high,
Um,
man. I keep trying to
yeah,
tell
I
people
mean
that.
he's one of the leaders in the NFL in tackles. He
Yeah.
got over 100 tackles already.
Yeah.
So you can't say he's not being productive. I think sometimes when you see him out of position, that's because he's being asked to do things that he should not be asked to do.
I've been
Simple as that.
that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
I think the I think what he was at like what he was doing prior to week prior to last week,
Mhm.
it was putting him in a situation where fans can like nitpick and try to say like he's done, he's trash, he's washed. I think if you watch what he did against the Dolphins, they tried to isolate him. They put him in a better situation to
Them
be
crossing
successful.
routes, he was still on top of it,
Yeah,
wasn't
but they
he?
put him in a better situation. Like they just put him in a better situation to react rather than guard someone man to man, 1-on-1. It was more in a zone like coverage where he had the right depth and everything. I just felt like it was a better situation for him rather than
Yeah,
playing
and
him.
you know,
Yeah, go ahead. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you also look at it this way. What do you see with him when he's on the field? A lot of times before the snap, he's still moving guys around.
Yeah.
Those guys don't know where they're supposed to be. And
Mm-hmm.
yet he's still moving them around to tell, no, slide over here, slide over there. If you take that guy off the field, you take your quarterback of your defense off the field. And
Mm-hmm.
no one has shown me yet that they can step into his role and be the quarterback of the defense outside of him. So I think fans need to back off on that one. You know, sometimes people just get so emotional where they start, you know, thinking with their heart and not their head and not what their eyes are looking at. Um, they don't have a better linebacker on their roster right now than Bobby Wagner. So if you want to talk about, you know, replacing a linebacker or whatever, you might have to start looking at some other guys because Bobby's still doing his job.
I mean, if you're talking about 2025, I honestly think that people are talking about the wrong linebacker. It's like this is just being be
I
real.
agree. I mean, let's
Being
be
real.
real. I
I'm gonna be
agree.
real.
I agree.
I think they put more that smoke is gone to the like I think way more is gone to it's gone to him, which should be going to somebody else. All right. Alexander has a question for you, Lake. He says, Lake, is it true the concession lines were terrible at Madrid? Jose Andreas times and he said in Spain, Jose Andre said times he said in Spain it's not normal to eat and drink at the game. You do it after or before it.
Well, I mean, in fairness to Alexander, I guess, who's
Yeah.
asking this question,
Mhm.
I wouldn't know. I mean, you know, as media, you know, I would
Yeah.
never know what a concession stand looks like.
Like I know that.
So my better half is literally sitting next to me over here.
Oh, okay.
You know, she had an event today, just to let you know, up here at the stadium, her and
Oh,
Joe
okay.
Theismann. So we're in the hotel right now, but the
Okay.
whole point is she just chimed in, you know, and said that the concession stands were horrible. So
Okay.
Like the beer machines broke.
Word.
So the
Oh.
line, like where I was, the beer machines broke. So it just took so long to get food or beer
oh
because
wow.
they don't normally sell beer at the
Yeah.
games.
Oh, so see, there you go. So yes, to answer his question, and yes, but me personally, as
Oh, yeah.
media, you know, once I left the field to go up to the press box, you know, it's food up there in the press box. So
Yeah.
sorry.
VIP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
man.
know.
That's why you got that's why you got pregame anyway. Pregame.
Yeah, hey, listen. All I know is real talk, man, before so JP and myself were the last two people on the field and
Mhm.
to go up. And we were talking, do we even want to go up? Because they told him, man, we could stay on the field. So we stayed late, and on our way up, the person who was escorting us up there from NFL media was like, you know, there's this other place in there where you can get some food before you even get up to the press box. And I'm not gonna lie, man, when we went in there, it was nobody but him,
Word.
myself, and David Harrison, Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. No,
And when I tell you it was Italian meatballs, curry chicken with rice, salads, all the sweets you want. I don't need sweets, but they were grabbing cookies and all kinds of stuff.
I'll tell
And
you.
we ate right there. By the
Word.
time the escort got us up into the press box area, because we
Mhm.
got lost and had to take the VIP
Yeah.
area around. So we saw Josh Harrison, the suite, we saw everybody. Before we
Mhm.
got into the press box, 7 minutes in the first half had gone by, in the first quarter had gone by.
Dang.
And I'm saying that to
Yeah.
say,
Dang.
bump that when we saw food that looked American type, we were
Yeah.
eating that. 'Cause no offense. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I wasn't feeling the food like that
It,
over
like
there.
it wasn't like
It
Madrid food
was
wasn't like that for real.
it was a lot of pork, man. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
cutting the meat off the bone. Like you go in a restaurant, you see a leg with they cutting the meat off the bone. That's just it was like kind of like the Brazilian like rodizio type things. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
got
It
you.
was
Okay.
a lot of food like that.
Mm,
And man, that's just not my thing. I'm,
hmm
I'm losing weight and all
Yeah.
that good stuff with the diet, but I can't stomach certain stuff.
Yeah. I'm not
Definitely
feeling it.
not that.
Yeah. Not
So
that.
Janine and
Yeah.
me one night went to get some burgers,
hmm
and she and I walked in, and we were like, I mean, literally, it was just her and I. We walked
mm
in, and it was like, okay, I'm getting me a burger.
mm
And it was what wasn't that the
It was pork burger.
yeah, it
like
was pork
shredded
burger. It
pork.
was like shredded pork. I'm like, this ain't no
mm.
burger.
That's what it was. Really, a
Yeah,
little
but
shredded
what was
pork,
the name of the
pulled
place? It
pork
was a
type of stuff,
no, it was a
I don't remember.
what's the popular burger place?
No,
like a
it wasn't
Five Guys
It
or
was a
something.
Five Guys.
No, baby. That was the one across from the hotel, and it was like one of their burger spots.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. It wasn't a burger like I wanted.
Oh
I
dang!
want a burger with like, pickles
Yeah,
and you know what I'm
like,
saying?
you want a
Like,
burger? You want a burger?
I wanted a burger,
You want a burger?
and I was willing to eat a medium well burger just because that's how hungry I was. When you from DC, you get well done burgers
Well
too.
done. Yeah,
So
you get well done. It's true. This is a
yeah,
fact. This is a
y'all,
fact.
I'm glad she's hearing somebody else say that
This
too,
is a
because
fact. This is a fact.
yeah, I get in trouble for eating medium well steaks and all that
Nah,
stuff. I don't like that.
well, no. I would say no. I guess I've gotten older. I won't lie to you. We talking about steaks. I do. I do a medium well steak. Well, I do. And when I get a burger, it's gonna be well done. But medium rare, I do a medium rare, a steak medium. And when I did eat steak like that, yeah, it'd be medium rare.
Carnivores, man. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying. Just saying.
gosh,
Well,
man.
I'm Nigerian too, so I'm a little different.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Your joint need to be running off the plate,
Yeah,
literally.
we different. We're a little different. We eat chicken different and we eat meat different. We a little different. Paul got a question for you. Like you said, the defense looked different, but minor things. Did you notice Dan did that did that Joe didn't or didn't no? Did you notice Dan did that Joe didn't? I'm sorry, y'all write some stuff on me.
Yeah, I was trying to read that. Look, the defense looked different, but minor things. Did you notice Dan did that Joe didn't?
Oh, did what?
I,
Okay,
I think he's saying that I noticed things Dan did that Joe
Joe
didn't.
didn't. Got you. I'm going. There you go.
Yeah, that was a mouthful.
Yeah. Y'all screwing with me, y'all. Y'all trying to get me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Of course I did.
Mhm.
I mean, the first thing is that he made adjustments, and you could see the adjustments were being made. Go back to the first drive. Like I said, even though we didn't see the drive, from the field because we were making our way up there, we saw it on the televisions, of course, going up. That first drive, Miami came out gashing them with big plays. I think they had 3 straight big plays to start the game and got down the other side of the field. You didn't see that the rest of the game. Now, no offense to Joe Witt, but each week it seemed like the train wreck got worse. It was like more carnage as the game went on. And we're talking about, it's one thing, and not to rehash Joe Witt because
It's okay.
hopefully
You rehash.
but hopefully hopefully Dan Quinn stays the defensive coordinator even going into next year.
Yeah.
But what the problem that I used to see before last Sunday was you would have a number one option for an opposing offense be wide open.
Yeah.
Now, it's okay if you're getting beat game plan wise by a third option or a fourth option. Okay, I can live with that. But when a number one option is wide open with no one near that person, being at the game, you could see from the back end of stuff, you could see how wide open these guys were. Well, I mean, I had people telling me watching it on television, guys weren't even in the picture, in the frame of the television when guys were catching the ball. Well, you can't have that. So you could clearly see that Dan Quinn coaching the defense, calling the defense. There weren't that many big plays that were giving up the explosives. They limited that. And that's why they were in the game to the very end, and that was a first as well.
Yeah, I mean, they were in the game, could have had this game, but it was a kicker's game, right? Matt Gay missed 2 kicks and got released and cut, but he's replaced by a Michigan Wolverine, Mr. Jacob Moody.
But I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to do that.
Who also beat the Commanders on Monday night with the Chicago Bears. I'm just saying.
And he also got punched too.
I mean, look. Why? That's semantics. We don't got to go in the past. That's old stuff. Why we as people got to bring up old stuff? We always do this as people.
Didn't you just bring that he beat the Commanders?
I mean, look. It's not wrong when I do it.
Listen, I know what. I don't care where he went to school. If he missed his first kick in Washington, they're gonna boo him hard.
What took them so long for in terms of Matt Gay? What took them so long? Why did they have to get to this point?
Loyalty. I'm a loyal man. And I respect loyalty. That's like for me, when you have loyalty, that shows your character, and that's what Coach Quinn is. He's a loyal person. Mm-hmm. But maybe that loyalty was obviously the downfall of the kicking game, because you remember back in preseason, after that joint practice in New England in that preseason game, I had tweeted out they might want to consider bringing in another kicker, at least to challenge, Matt Gay. Mm-hmm. But they gave this man a $6 million guaranteed contract with no competition.
Yeah.
If there ever is a position on a football field that needs competition, it's the kicking game. It's your field goal kicker, because if they don't have anything to look over their shoulder over and you getting that guaranteed money, I'm not saying the kicks become a little less worrisome when you miss them, but I'm just saying you got guaranteed money with no competition.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild, man. Guaranteed money to a kicker.
Yeah, because it didn't improve. It kept. I mean, he had a stretch where he made like 4 in a row.
He did, yeah.
If we're saying a kicker who made 4 in a row has got it figured out, that's bad, man. I mean, you see some of these kickers around the league now, Aubrey and Dallas and these guys. Has he even missed? And these guys are banging 70-yarders.
Facts.
I mean, come on, man.
Facts.
Yeah. That changes everything when you have a kicker you can depend on.
Paul has a question for you. He says, Lake, was it a bad PR move for Joe Witt Jr. to be interviewed after the demotion?
Was it a bad PR move?
Because I ain't gonna lie, I won't lie to you. I saw some stuff online, and he didn't. I mean, I ain't gonna. Let me be straightforward. He looked real depressed, man. He had no. He usually rocking Commanders gear. He had no Commanders gear. It was just a gray hoodie, hat with no Commanders logo on it. I was like, man, this man just looked like he's going through the motions.
Listen, man, do you really feel like? Do you really feel like this guy? I mean, it's they watching what we're doing. I'm just saying this.
Yeah.
But that was dead man walking right now. He's not going to be there next year. I just don't see it. Because if you go back to Dan Quinn and you look at his track record, his number 2 guy everywhere he's been, even back in Seattle when they were going to the Super Bowl, after year 2 was always fired. Even in Atlanta, after year 2, number 2 guy was always fired. The number 2 guy here just got demoted. You don't see demotions in the middle of a season.
Agreed.
So what does that tell you?
I already know. Make sure you call Al Harris, man. Just call Al Harris. That's all I'm saying.
See, so it's funny you say that, because that's the only guy I want, and he's the back coach in Chicago, so he can accept a position. You have to. It has to be a lateral. Not a lateral move. It has to be an upward move.
Yep, I agree.
So if I'm Dan Quinn, I think everyone always felt like, I know you did and I did.
Yeah.
That should have been who he bought from Dallas to be his defensive coordinator.
Agreed.
But if I'm not mistaken, Jerry Jones and them blocked him.
He blocked it. He was hating. They was hating.
Yeah, they blocked him. So from interviewing here. But now, unless Chicago somehow, some way decides, somebody's going to pluck this guy, we're going to make him our D coordinator. They can't, because their defensive coordinator right now is doing a really good job.
True.
So if I'm Washington, I think, and for the fans out there, that's the guy. If there is going to be a change from Dan Quinn back to someone else to call the defense, I think Al Harris would be the guy. But if it's not Al Harris, excuse me, it will be Dan Quinn again next year.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted it to be Al Harris. I thought he was going to get the job. Period. But this is my last question for you, like, before I let you go, my guy. With the team sitting at 3-8 right now, we talked about a little bit Jayden sideline. What for you is the biggest priority that you want to see from this team coming from the bye week?
Man, it's several things. I just think that they need to keep chopping wood. They got to keep keeping on, man. You have to keep playing and not give up, and not get so dejected when things happen. Just keep fighting. And I think they're doing that. Just being in the locker room and being around the guys, you don't see a group that looks demoralized where it's a hangover effect. They look demoralized after the loss when you go in the locker room naturally. Yeah. But then you see them a couple of days later at practice and guys are smiling and laughing. And I don't want that to come across like smiling and laughing like if they don't care that they just lost. But I mean from the standpoint that their spirits are still up. I think a lot of people know that the injury bug has really, ravaged this team. It really has. But you can't keep using that as an excuse. That had nothing to do with why you lost to the Dolphins. It was you not making the plays that needed to be made. So that's what I want to see. I want to see them coming off the bye and finishing plays off. Obviously it's not going to be easy, because the team they're playing against, Denver, right now, is the number one seed in the AFC if the playoffs were to start, tonight. And I think, there's a little bit of juice in this game because you got Bo Nix, who some people thought should have been rookie of the year last year, not Jayden. And that's just flat out lunacy.
That's a lie.
If you think that, you might want to put your bottle down next to you and pour it out, because that's not true. However, that's why this game's on Sunday Night Football, and they did not flex it because I think they probably made a call, realized Jayden is going to play, and he's going to play against Bo Nix. So that's why that game's on. So that's the other thing to lead into that. I don't want to see this team look like, peer, on national television, because it's just we've had many years of seeing that, and I thought last year put an end to it, but then they come right back this year with all these primetime games, and each game, they stunk it up. So hopefully they don't do that.
That's the whole thing. Paul, got one question before I let you go. Like,
sure.
Like, I feel JD has reached his ceiling with Cliff. JD needs a new OC to elevate him. Do you agree with Paul?
I'm starting to lean that way.
See, and, me and you're the same, because I'm the same way now too.
Yeah. Cliff, my dude, man. Yeah. Cliff, good people. But again, you gotta separate personal stuff and go with football.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick of seeing Jayden in pistol and shotgun formation in this offense. You got to start getting that kid under center and letting him turn around and hand the football off. Yeah. It just puts too much on Jayden, and it does start to look like Jayden isn't progressing as far as being able to read his, make his reads. And again, last year people were saying he did it better last year than he did this year. Well, last year he wasn't throwing to a guy that was literally just, handing me my groceries at Kroger's, you know what I'm saying, or Giant. And I'm not even trying to be rude about that.
No, I know you're being real.
He's throwing to guys that weren't playing football a week before they're in Washington. So, that could stunt the development of stuff. But then when your coach isn't calling plays for you, like when you got this guy coming off 2 leg injuries and you're running him late in the game, you're down 30, then he hurts his elbow, you've got to protect him. And I know he's healthy and his elbow should be fine, but still, I'm still going to be cautious as far as how I call this game against Denver, because you and I both know that Denver defense is ferocious.
And they true. And they only got they only got Surtain out there, and they true. Yeah, that's where a little bit for me. And Paul, that's a great comment you had. For me, I agree. I totally agree with you. And I also I guess that's some of the part it's part of if Jayden does play, because truth be told, I don't care if Jayden plays or not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm cool with getting
you want him wrapped up, don't you? You
I
want
want
him
wrapped
moneyed
up.
for the rest
I
of the
want
year,
him
don't
Terry
you?
wrapped up. I want him wrapped up. I want to get the 5th pick overall. Like there's so much I want. Like I want a lot. Like
Hey,
I'm
listen,
cool. I'm cool with losing. I ain't gonna lie.
if
I'm
a
cool with losing.
if a couple teams win this weekend, and Washington loses next weekend, they could be at 3 right now
That's what I'm saying. Like
as
I
far as
don't
draft. Oh, so you want them to get as
look,
high as
man. Look.
possible?
I'm gonna be real with you, man. Was anybody mad when David Robinson went down and that's how they got Tim Duncan?
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I, I mean, listen, I understand the theory behind that. I do. And you all you got to do, revisionist history, all you got to do is just go back 2 years ago. This team got their franchise quarterback at number 2, in the draft.
Just saying.
So are you saying that if the higher they can go, they can get that edge rusher that they desperately
I'm just saying
need?
you got guys from you got dudes from Miami who like you got a dude from Miami who would kill
He nice with it.
you got some boys from you got dudes, you got some boys. Oh, I hate to say it, Ohio State got some killers. You got killers.
You see how you prefaced that Ohio State thing now? So you see how you did that? You said, I hate to say it.
They got killers. That's what I'm just saying.
I totally get it. I'm gonna tell you straight up though. I don't care if they got the number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way down to number 7 pick in the first round. I'm trading out of that.
So you trade back too?
But I'm trading back. The reason being because if you are a team, if there's a team out there that desperately wants a certain player that's up in that category in that first part of the draft, Washington doesn't have a 2nd round pick. So you could trade back and get. So if I'm trading with you in the first round and your pick is late in the first round, fine. I'm trading my top pick with you, move back in the first round, but you're giving me your 2nd round pick as well to move up. I'm doing that.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go. This may not even be popular, but I don't trust AP to get the guy. So I think sometimes he tries to outsmart himself.
But wait a minute.
I don't trust him to get the guy.
His first 2 ever first round draft picks
Connerly,
are Jayden Daniels.
I like Jayden Daniels also.
Josh Connerly.
Connerly is not where I feel like they're better players.
No.
They're better players than Connerly.
Connerly is playing crazy good football.
But what's name playing crazy? He's playing. I mean, I won't say crazy good football. I think
Connerly might be having seriously, bro. Like when you go back and you look at his grade, his PFF grade, and look at what he's done, he might be having the best season of any offensive lineman that was taken in the first round.
You think he's better than Simmons for Kansas?
See, the thing is that Simmons started off strong and it's kind of tapered down a little. Connerly started off a little slow, and now he's come up. So I think he's been the same.
I think he's been really good. I think he's been really good against the run with the run game. I think with the pass is to be determined. I think the pass is the issue I have. And you're playing right.
I don't even put that on him. I put that on play calling.
That's what I mean. I figured that. I get that. No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, look, all right. This is the thing. I'm not saying Conley is going to be a bust. That's not what I'm saying. Like, that's not exactly what I'm actually. And anybody in this, like in the chat, they know I've said this on multiple shows that I actually think the best version of Conley is going to be year 3. I think he's a solid rookie. I just think there were better players in that draft class than him at that position. At 29, I personally think that if you wanted to get him, you could have probably. You're talking about trading back. I think you could have traded back a couple slots and got him in the 2nd round. You didn't have to give him at 29. That's my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like there are players in that class, and there's no bias thinking at all. It's just that you have players in that slot process. All right, for instance, Mike Green is starting to turn up.
That's a fact.
What does Washington need? An edge rusher.
No, I mean
that's what I'm saying.
It,
like that's my thing though.
But their second pick in this year's draft.
That was a hit. That was a hit.
Was Trey Amos.
He's a hit.
I mean,
he's a hit.
So it's it's subjective, and I think a lot of fans are like, oh, Adam didn't do this and didn't do that, but nobody was saying that last year with a veteran laden roster last year.
Well,
no one was saying that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be consistent with Adam for me because I even said this with Adam, and I even said for this draft, like I wasn't a big fan of, and dude, I'm real. Like I like Ben Simmons in college, but to get him in the second round, I thought was ridiculous. And I like him a lot. I like Ben
Well, it
Simmons
is
a lot.
starting to show that was a reach.
Yeah,
That was a reach. But Brandon is starting to play well.
No,
again,
Brandon was a win for me for him. Like, I'm not like Brandon was like where he got Brandon. For Brandon to be a starting left tackle to me is a win. Like I will always give him credit for Brandon Coleman. I think Brandon Coleman is a win for him. Like I think Trey's a win for him. Mikey last year was a win for him. Now that could be subjective to what's going on this year, but last year was a win. Last year was a win for him. Jayden obviously is a win. That's a whole different category. That's the number 2 pick. Like to me, that's something you can't mess up, in my opinion. Like
I agree.
He was the consensus number 2.
You couldn't go wrong with that pick.
Yeah,
you could have got him, or you would have got Caleb. Or Drake May.
Or Drake, you couldn't go wrong with
you
couldn't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never like that one. But then when we talk, and it Conley isn't that Conley to me is a bad player. I don't want anybody to think. I don't think he's a bad player. I just knew it, but like when I looked at that board, what was left out there. I was just saying, like, yo, there are so many dudes that are because there are gonna be people on that board. It's the problem, and it's not gonna be Conley's fault, right? To your point, I think he's gonna be his best version of himself in year 3. Year 2 is gonna be better than he is this year because he's gonna be stronger because he's a little lighter because he's a young boy. He's a little lighter. He's gonna be stronger in year 2. Yeah. But you're gonna look at this like just like we look at all drafts. There're gonna be some players in this draft. We're gonna say, damn, we could have had that person. Oh, we could have had that person. You know what I mean? Like, and those are players, in my opinion, that you already knew were probably gonna be better than him.
Yeah, when you mentioned Mike Green, I mean, I was high on him coming out of Marshall, but he, he had a little bit of baggage at him, and I just think in Washington's situation, they can't attach themselves to any kind of problematic player.
I get it.
So they passed on it, but I've always said this, and it's kind of contradictory to who I am as a person, but because you know me, but I've always said I don't need you to be nice on the field, man.
That's how I am normally, though.
But. You know what I'm saying? If you got some tickets behind you, as long as you get into that quarterback, I might be able to look away.
Hey, Paul got a question for you. Does Penn State got another tight end? Because we looking.
They do, but all their tight ends are Luke Reynolds and guys. They're freshmen and sophomores, so not coming out this year, but they got. I'm telling you, this kid Reynolds will be a first-round draft pick when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, the boy for the Colts, man.
We a little down right now. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to say that to you.
Now, but
I'm being nice. I'm being a good friend. I'm a good friend because I'm not even saying nothing about this year. Like what's going on this year.
Oh,
I do think though.
But you definitely gloating internally.
I'm definitely gloating internally. But I will say this though. I do think we might close the show off, but I will say this. I do think that your boy, I have a strange feeling that I think Cliff is gonna interview for you for that job though. I think Cliff's gonna interview for that job.
I don't want him. No, I don't want him for my Penn State Nittany Lions. No. Don't want that. And the reason why I say that is because to take that job. I mean, listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and blow smoke and make it look as I'm Penn State,
Yeah.
But we're not one of them schools you come to as a stepping stone to go somewhere else.
Got you.
That's a lifer job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like your boy Sharon up in Michigan.
Yeah.
When they offered him that job, the intent was for him to be there forever.
Yes.
Unless he stunk as a coach.
Yeah.
So that's what whoever we get has to want to be there. And I'm saying right now, I'm starting to lean at this point because all these coaches, see what we did. The first mistake we made was not that we fired Coach Franklin because I wanted him out.
A lot of people wanted him out though.
I thought he had ran his course. I think VTech got a really good coach hire. I think that's a brilliant hire for Virginia Tech to hire. To hire Coach Franklin.
Yeah.
But I thought we fired him too early.
Yeah.
Because when you fired him this early, what it did was it sent shockwaves and paranoia in all these other coaches that could have been hires for our school. So now their schools opened up the checkbooks and locked them all into long-term deals. So all the young guns have all been rehired at their schools, their respective schools. So now I'm starting to lean towards giving Terry Smith the job. Terry played at Penn State. He was there when I was there. Him and Bobby. They were opposite each other on the field.
Okay.
Bobby Ingram.
Bobby Ingram, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, when he was nice at Penn State. He was
no,
nice.
it was nice with it. All American.
Yeah, nice.
Terry is a polar opposite of Coach Franklin. Terry is a rah guy. He's going to get you to let's go, let's play. And listen, I think they're 2-4 with him as the coach, but I'm sorry, 2-4. But those 4 losses were against Ohio State, Indiana, and they did not get blown out. They should have beat Indiana, frankly.
Yeah.
So he's got these guys playing good football. I think he deserves being considered for the full-time hire. And I don't think most of us Penn Staters would scoff at that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all. So you don't think y'all getting you don't think y'all going for the big name?
But there's no more big names out there. I mean, they all got locked up. Signetti in Indiana signed a contract. Elko in Texas A&M signed a contract.
So Kiffin, y'all don't think you're gonna get like a? You don't think you'll go after
Kiffin from Iowa State? Matt Campbell's.
No, isn't Kiffin thinking about leaving? Isn't Kiffin thinking about leaving?
Yeah, Lane Kiffin not leaving the SEC.
Yeah,
if he leaves, it's to go to LSU.
Got it. That's what I figured too. Yeah,
and LSU got more money than us. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest about
it. I think Cliff. I had like y'all on his list personally. That's just my y'all. I had you all on his list because I think it's like a forever job. I think he would his I ain't gonna lie. I feel like his stock has gone down. And like
it has, but this the other thing. You know how we used to say back in the day, his stilo is not State College, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Cliff come into the stadium with capri joints on,
that's true,
and a suit and a double-breasted suit.
Yeah,
that's not State College, Pennsylvania at all. Like, and it's cold. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Can you see Cliff up there rocking the
I can't
and all that?
No, I can't.
No.
Because I had him at LSU in Florida. I had y'all LSU in Florida. That was on my list.
See, that's what I think. I think Cliff would be the look for Florida.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
But I also feel like this too. I also think Cliff would be the look for the Dolphins. See, that's what I think's happening. I think Mike McDaniel is going to end up the offensive coordinator here.
I agree. I think he will be here.
And I think Cliff is going to end up the coach in Miami.
Okay, I think McDaniels is coming here. I believe that. I have that in my. I totally believe. I think he's going to be here. I don't know if Cliff is good. I think what's going on this year. I don't know if an NFL team going to make Cliff a head coach. I could be wrong.
So really, he only has 2 options.
Yeah,
stay in Washington if they want him to stay in Washington.
If they want him, they
want him to stay or take a college job.
That's where I think where I'm at with him. I think last season was his chance. I think last season was his chance. What's going on this year? I don't know.
Do you think he could? I mean,
I don't know.
And I again, man, I'm just a media guy, man. Yeah. I don't even want to come out.
You know more than me, though. You know more than me.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if Cliff's a head coach. That's just me.
But he wants to be one, right? But he wants to be a head coach.
I think he does, but I think he's got a lot to prove, man, with the way he sets up his play call.
I agree.
It can't be gimmicky. I'm watching New England the other night, and I'm like, bro, they running 4 plays the whole game, but them joints are efficient. They're not out thinking themselves, you know. And then when you watch Washington, it's like all this motion and bubble screens, and the defenses are sitting on that. And I'm like, come on, man, you gotta give me something. You gotta give me something better than that. Yeah, somebody said right there in your chat thing, Cliff is Norv Turner 2.0.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen, Norv Turner was a bad boy as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was. As an offensive coordinator, yes.
Yeah, right. And I see what he's going with that, because as a coach, womp, womp. That
wasn't it. Hey, like, how can folks catch you on social media and catch your content, man?
Yeah, you can check me out on social media, Lake Lewis Jr. You can subscribe to the podcast, the radio shows, Lake Lewis Jr. show. Yeah, man. And then, starting the end of December, the show's on ESPN Radio. So I'm super excited about that. You can you can hear it on Monday and Friday from 6 to 7. on ESPN Radio. So yeah, got that going, and then you can check out, my stuff from the games, post game stuff on CBS 6, which is based out of Richmond as well. So that's, I always say that's Janine's station, so.
Hey, I keep telling y'all this dude. That's why I call him the legend. I don't call him I don't just say call this man the legend. He he went to We Are type of stuff, but still he's the legend though. You know what I'm saying?
Did you notice this might be the first time ever?
Yeah, what's up?
On your show, I didn't do that all game.
You didn't. Show. I know. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Look, you did it for me.
I did it for you. You brought that. You know why I did that for you? Because I'm a good friend. That's why I'm a real good friend. Because even though I know you're dealing with a lot of stuff right now with that team, I want to make sure I boost you up. That's the kind of friend I am.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you. Before we get off, that tequila over there.
Was it smooth?
Oh no, smooth my tail. It was like drinking gasoline, man. I mean, it was really the day before we left. I couldn't. I had to literally get up from the table we were at and go to the bar and just ask for a ginger ale, so I could just go mix it, because it was. Whew, it was almost like that tequila over there was almost. Well, I do have to rephrase that though, because I'm not being totally truthful. Because we did go to one restaurant, and everyone at the table where we were at had a little small, I guess you call it, a shot, but it was like in a little glass of tequila, and you couldn't even taste it. It was that smooth. It was great.
Okay, I'm about to say
but for the most part. Nah, man.
Most of your places
was
like
were super strong.
So strong. Interesting. All right, Madrid, you're on the list. You're on the list. You're on the list, Madrid. I won't even lie to you. You're on the list.
Sometimes that's our thing. You know how that goes.
Yeah. So, they know. Yeah. That's our thing. That's our thing. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in, pulling up, man. Appreciate Lake, man. He's always dope. He's always awesome. Make sure y'all follow him on all those platforms. Lake is like one of the best in the game, period, by far. I'm not saying that because he's cool with me. Man. It's a fact, man. And the thing about Lake that makes him dope, that he's for the people. So you know what I mean? Like, he's for the people, and he's always open and gives you his real thoughts, and it's not like giving you that BS. So that's why I appreciate Lake a lot.
Appreciate you, brother.
No problem. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Saying for ages. Deuces. We are out. Peace.